You ever wake up in the morning and check the news and just go, what the Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Waking News. It is the 28th of August, 2017, and let's just check in with the first news of the day. Catastrophic floods rising in Houston. Alright, so in case anyone didn't see the last episode, I mentioned how Hurricane Henry was making its way through the Gulf. Well, over the weekend, the hurricane did make contact with the landfall, especially in Texas, and there was massive flooding. In fact, I've heard so far that one person has died. A record of 30 inches of rain has already fallen on the city of Houston in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, turning roads into rivers. But forecasters say that number could nearly double later this week. On Monday, President Donald Trump also approved an emergency declaration of neighboring Louisiana. Harvey made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane late on Friday, bringing flooding described by officials as unprecedented. It was later downgraded to a tropical storm. Alright, it also goes on to say that up to 2,000 people have been rescued in and around Houston, the fourth largest city in the United States, where about 6.6 million people live in the metropolitan area alone. So just imagine that for a minute. A town of over 6 million people had to be essentially relocated because, well, not everybody relocated, of course, but essentially millions of people have been displaced because of this one storm. All right, so now let's jump over to NBC News. Trump apparel pardon was early in term, but not a record. Okay, so in case anybody hasn't been tracking about this, Donald Trump has pardoned this sheriff from Arizona, at least I think he's from Arizona, who apparently was discriminating against immigrants, apparently making them thinking that they were illegal. So essentially he was racist. And now Donald Trump has pardoned him. It's causing all this massive chaos and confusion. So let's just read into it. President Donald Trump pardoned last week of ex-Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio is his first pardon as president, coming 216 days into his term. That is earlier than recent presidents have used the pardon power. Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton each waited over 600 days before doing so, 682, 699, and 672 days respectively. Experts said that longer time frame reflects two aspects of the modern use of the pardon power. One, it is generally subject to a formal review and consultation process with the Department of Justice and the White House. There is a pardon attorney office that processes all requests and rigorously reviews the case for potential pardons and communications. 2. Pardons have been proven to be controversial and politically difficult, especially given the perception that well-connected and prominent people are more likely to get them. Well, unfortunately, this is just another, essentially another storm that Donald Trump has to deal with because, with everything that he's been through the past couple weeks, this is just not helping his case. Alright guys, that's got to do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you click that like button. And if you're new here, click that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you in the next episode.